Welcome, 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 guys. Um, guys, I love this tree. Okay, I just, I don't have, I don't usually, I forgot I had a little chair. I wanted to come sit out here, but this tree is just so special. Hey, Adrian. Um, and I just wanted to do a read. I want to go to do a live down here. Okay, maybe I chose the hottest time of the day because I'm starting to sweat. It's kind of hot, but it's okay. We'll do a reading in here. Um. Trying to see if there's another spot that might be a little cooler, but it's okay. We'll go with it. Um, let's get started. How's everyone doing today? Welcome, welcome in. All right, spirit, angels, ancestors of the highest white light. Let's get a message and career for my beautiful collective. What is their message today? What do they need to hear right at this moment? Um, All right. Um, my collective, I do feel like there was something that you felt like you left behind, or you maybe, maybe you started a business or a career path and it just wasn't working, it wasn't flowing, it wasn't moving for you. Um, it's like I feel like maybe you were even thinking like, hey, maybe I should just throw in the towel and just go back to the regular 8 to 5 type of job. Like this is I've been on this journey trying to figure out my entrepreneurship, and it's like you were maybe this close to throwing in the towel, right? And your spirit team just came through at the right minute, okay, to save you, to rescue you, to stop you, okay? It was not for nothing. Everything you did, the patience and the hope and the vision that you held for so long, it was not for nothing, baby. Okay, your spirit team is coming in. Your ancestors. Okay, I'm even seeing a spirit, someone in your spirit side. Okay, I'm gonna say someone that passed away in this lifetime of yours. That you could have been very close to. That's on the other side. This spirit team, this ancestor has come through for you right at this moment. Okay, because you were just so close to making it, but again, you were so close to throwing in that towel at the same time. So you're being rescued, okay? I'm seeing like the light just dimmed, okay, on my camera. So this is telling me like you were like going, 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 and then it was like it wasn't working, and I don't know how many years you put into this, but you almost gave up. You almost gave up, and you just got a spark of like drive and pushment forward, right? An example that I can give from this, right? I have one of my friends, right? Guys, go listen to our song. It's called Broken Code by C Styles and Laney Luna. And The Roach. C Styles, The Roach, and Laney Luna, right? So my friend's story is so beautiful, right? I love his story. He was like young, right? He got in a relationship and his partner had children, and so he raised his his girlfriend's children, like he raised them. But he talks about how he was getting so ready to give up his music career, because like he just like again, like you lost the hope, you've been working on it for so long and it's not really producing anything. So he was this close to giving it up, right? And his son that he's raising, right, his stepson, he ends up coming in with this like crazy deep voice, right? And he was just like, whoa, like he just came into his adult voice and he just got inspired to like, let's keep going. Let me do this. Like, my son, I can put him in this project and like, and it just gave him that drive and that motivation to not give up, right? And now, guys, go look them up, guys. They're here on TikTok. They're all in every platform, but C Styles, right? And he just has the most fun with his sons and posting them and doing all these things, and they do a lot of things together. But you see, it was like he almost gave up, but in the end, like spirit angels creator came through for him, and he kept pushing it, and they're doing great. They're doing amazing. And on top of that, um, this is what it feels like. This was like what was happening to you, is that you were kind of getting ready to throw in that towel. You're getting ready to give it up, and it was like, baby, no, don't do it. Okay. It's like, look, you were already going to walk away. You were getting ready to leave it. You were getting to walk from it. And your spirit team came in to bring you clarity. Okay. And they just came in right in time to save you from making a mistake. Look, get ready, because you're receiving some sort of communication. You're getting some sort of move. Things are moving. Okay. And then get ready, because it's moving fast. Ooh, clarity. Yes. Okay, the sword is like, you're gonna see major clarity in this situation. Okay, burdens, things that were burdening you are gonna be no more. Okay, you're gonna be able to fix anything that, if you had some debt, if you debt, I don't know if I'm saying it right, if you had like debt and like things like that, like all of that's going to be getting cleared. Okay, if you had things that were just holding you down because of financial situations, like all of that, baby, it's getting cleared. And look, with the strength card, again, I mentioned that there's an ancestor back there, okay, that's been guiding you on this journey, okay? You didn't know where you were being guided, okay? But this is you being guided in to keep going. Don't give up. Don't throw in that towel, because it's right here, okay? You're right there. It's already here. It already happened for you, okay? Get ready to be blessed. Get ready to be blessed. God, my cards are all upside down. Look, you might have been feeling like things weren't working for you, okay? There was a lot of things in the background. My goodness, all these cards, I flipped them, but let's see what it says. All these things were what was hidden, okay, in plain sight was your success. Like, as soon as these things, these dark things that just happened, it was like a dark night of the soul type of thing, okay, an awakening. It propelled you towards your success, okay? It pushed you forward, okay, because there was a lot of manipulation going on around you, okay? This could have been friend groups, this could have been a relationship, this could have been a job, that you just didn't want to let go of, okay, that was kind of holding you back, and maybe even your own like negative thinking, right? Take it as it resonates. Um, but this could have even been your own negative thoughts that were making you afraid to keep going, to push forward. Okay, this is what was going on in your headspace. I see, look, you're attached to something, and that could have been attached to oh, look, I filled the Two of Cups. You could have been attached to a relationship. You could have been like afraid to leave it behind, to move forward from it, to leave it. You could have been afraid. Can you guys hear me? It's kind of windy. This is why I put the earphones on. But let me know if you guys can hear me. If not, we can take this live back inside. Okay, great. So yeah, you could have been really attached to a relationship. You could have been really attached to a certain outcome, right? You could have been attached to a job. You really wanted this job. It pays really well, but it's just toxic, and it drains your energy. You could have been attached to a business. Okay, you might have started a business and you were like attached to it, but the energy changed from passion to scarcity to like uh, lack to like it needs to work, like desperation, right? So you see how the energy switched, and so it was like you were being pulled away from that energy, and it's like now again, Empress in reverse is like being in lack of, things are not working, things are not flowing. So you were being pulled 5-5 on the viewers. That's change, baby. Okay, there's major changes coming your way. Get ready. Get ready. You're finally getting that opportunity, that offer. You guys could have already had an offer come to you, or you're about to, okay? Get ready, get ready, get ready. This is, apart from that, this is you, like, fulfilling a childhood dream is what it feels like. Salute. Um, yes, look, you could be traveling to for this job. There could be traveling in the job. Take it as it resonates, but there's something big coming. And look, there you're being guided right into your blessing, okay? Healing your inner child. Yes, okay. This is you. Again, I feel like this is gonna be a job that is very I don't know if the word is unconventional, right? Like society doesn't think this is a job. That's not a job. Like, you just sit. Okay, and I'm just gonna give an example from something somebody said about me once. Um, they were like, "That's not even a job. Like she just sits on her ass all day." And these are the exact words I heard. I overheard this person talking. She just sits on her ass all day, and she just talks to people and laughs on the computer, on the phone, and it's not even a real job. And you're not even supposed to be charging people to do readings for them. Like that's supposed to be something you do for free. And anyways, those are some exact words I heard someone say about me. I overheard it. Um, Baby, a lot of people are gonna be like, that's not a fucking job. Like a lot of people are gonna hate on this, okay? A lot of people are gonna hate that you don't have to show up to a place and clock in and clock out and repeat every single day. A lot of people are not gonna understand how you got so fucking lucky, okay? People are gonna think this was luck. People are gonna think you're just, man, you just always lucky. Everything happens to you. I'm not lucky. I don't get any, like nothing happens for me. Like people are gonna think that maybe even you did special favors to get this blessing. Okay, look, let people think what they want. Nobody knows what you did in the background. Nobody knows all the sweat, blood, sweat, and tears that you shedded, right? Nobody knows how many times you almost threw in the towel. Nobody knows, how much maybe weight you lost because you were so like worried. Nobody knows all this shit that happened in the background. Guys, some of you are being called to document all this journey, okay? And I have been doing that, guys. I have so many things in my phone right now that I documented all of it, the ups, the downs, the times that I'm breaking down, crying. I saved all of it. Okay, I haven't posted it because I'm not being called to post it yet until the win comes in, until the win is like solidified. But you're being called to document all of it because you're gonna be telling the story. You're gonna be people's like beacon. You're gonna be people's way out. You're gonna be the guide to lead people out of the matrix. You're going to be the guide that shows people that I made it and you can too, okay? I came through all of these things that happened and you can too, okay? Your story, this is why it was so hard, okay? You are loved. God knows you're strong. And unfortunately, you had to go through some really ugly battles, some really ugly, disappointing situations, okay, that broke you, okay. Know that it was with love, okay. Spirit sent you everything you needed. Everything is done for you, not to you, okay. The bird keeps like talking, right? Like he keeps wanting to be heard. I know that sometimes we don't understand why things happen. We don't understand it, but again, it's because there's so many people out there that think that there's no way out, that there's no escape, that you could never like go off on your own, go rogue, and even I've seen the city in the background, okay, and right here is like forest. So I think like you're like people don't think that you could do that. Like you just can't flip a switch and like move into a different reality, into a different kind of world. Like nobody does that. That doesn't happen. That's not how it works. And it is. That is exactly how it works. You flip a switch. You start living in a different reality. You start being fucking Delulu, right? You're Delulu, and this is what. Good. That's what you needed. And unfortunately, you had to go through all these battles, trials, and tribulations extra, okay? I feel like your struggle was extra than normal people, okay? But it's only because your spirit team knows you were gonna be able to handle it like flying colors, okay? Your spirit team knows you've been through hell and back, and this was nothing. Even though it was hard, your spirit team knew she's got this. She can do it. She's got this. She's got this. Every time you were about to throw in the towel, guys, you got a message from someone that said, "Hey, you really inspired me. You pushed me. I've been watching you. I pray for you. I can't wait for you to get to where you're going. I've been watching you all this time. You're my inspiration." Every time you were about to throw in the towel, someone was sent to you to remind you what you're doing is helping them out, okay? Because your spirit team didn't want you to give up. You're supposed to keep going. You're supposed to win. You're supposed to win, and you did, okay? And so again, keep documenting everything because you're about to tell your story. I'm seeing your story being in a movie, okay? I'm seeing even like Netflix, okay? Like a whole like not documentary, but a whole series of your whole life in a Netflix, okay? In a more detailed, right? I'm also seeing like a movie of your story, of your struggle, your entire fucking struggle, because it wasn't just your business, it was your whole life, okay? I feel like you guys went through fucking hell and back multiple times in this lifetime, okay? So, major, big things that are coming your way, guys. If you started writing a book, finish it. I know you keep saying I'm waiting to be where I want to be so I can finish my story. By the time you finish this book, you're gonna be where you're supposed to be. Okay? Get that book finished. Okay? Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Do you want someone else to tell your story or do you want it to come from you? Okay? Because when somebody else tells your story, they say it different. This story, this movie, this documentary, this Netflix series is gonna come from your own words, your own perspective, okay? No one is gonna make up or like this is like making it up, right? Like making it up of what they thought you were going through and what they thought you were feeling. This is gonna come straight from the horse's mouth, okay? You're gonna talk about all of the entire journey and how it went. Hey, Cassie, welcome in. Yeah, because a lot of times you have like these artists, right? Like when they tell their movie or they say their story, they always say like it was misconstrued or like the ones that are alive, right? The ones that they've made a movie of that are alive, they always say that the story was like misconstrued or they made them look a certain way when they weren't like that, you know? Um, but again, it's because you're waiting for someone to tell your story when it's your story to tell. Don't fucking wait around for someone to bank on your story, okay? Why are you waiting for someone to bank on your story? That's your story. It is your movie. It is your life that people are talking about. Why are they going to be like collecting the money from your story? Okay? Like it doesn't make sense. So get going. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for you to see the clarity, for you to already win. You start finishing the book now. Stop waiting. Okay, 7-7 on the viewers. That's good luck. Okay, Mirror 7-7. Look, it connects. Hi, Mirror. Um, get ready. Okay, because this story is gonna be told by you about how you were such a dreamer, how you didn't give up. A dream is a wish your heart made when you're fast asleep. In dreams you would lose your heartbreak. Whatever you wish for, you keep. You're having a Cinderella moment, guys, okay? I swear it's gonna be from night to morning, okay? I'm seeing, yes, Disney princess. I'm seeing, guys, I've always said how in my personal life, in my personal journey, I do, my success, I feel like it really comes from Disney, okay? Because my childhood was very traumatic. Okay, there was a lot of things going on in my life, a lot of things that a kid shouldn't see, a lot of things that a kid shouldn't be worried about, a lot of things that a kid shouldn't be going through, right? And my parents were never home, or if they were home, it was not good, right? But we had a lot of movies, right? We had a lot of movies, and that's all we would do is either play outside or watch movies. and it was always Disney, right? And you always see the same story in Disney movies. Is there's a trials and tribulations, and there's a happily ever after at the end of the movie. Every single movie has trials and tribulations and a win, right? But apart from that, it just keeps you dreaming, and it keeps you believing that you have a chance. You could do it. That it doesn't matter where you come from. You could make a dream come true. And so I owe everything to Disney because it always kept me being a child in my heart and my soul. Maybe it could have come off a little naive at times, but it's okay. I still got where I needed to get to. It still kept me pure. It still kept me loving. It still kept me childlike, like Peter Pan, okay? Like I never grew up in my heart, in my soul, which is where passion and creation comes from, right? So get ready because again, everything everything you went through is coming. If it was the plan, okay, it was the plan. You already went through it. It's over. You can take a breath, okay. Ah. And another thing I'm hearing, guys, is your whole life has been so hard. Your entire life. Like, guys, your entire life. I swear, from the time you were born, there's a fucking story go ask your parent, okay? Ask your parent your story from when you were born. Okay? Let me tell you mine. Um, so when I was being born, my parents were on the way to the hospital, right? And the car stays in the middle of the way over to they didn't have gas. We ran out of gas. My father had to push the cart to the gas station, and mind you, I'm in the back seat being born. I'm ready. I'm ready to come into this world. I have I have my contract. I remember what I gotta do. I'm here to wake up the masses. You're like ready to be born, baby. Like you ain't stopping. You're ready to be born. And so on this way, we end up having to stop on a clinic because we are not gonna make it to the hospital, right? So I was born in a small clinic somewhere in the middle of nowhere. I was delivered in a clinic. All right, so that's my story. I was born in chaos immediately, right? Like it was already like a challenging, like born. And it's like been a struggle the whole time, right? So this next chapter, this next era, I want you to know without a doubt in your mind, in your heart, in your soul that the struggle life is completely done with. It is no more. You were not born to struggle. You were not born to struggle your entire life till you die. No. That is not your reality. That is not your life. That is not what you were put here for. Okay? This next chapter, this big, ginormous blessing. There's multiple blessings, okay? And all of it. Love, career, money, opportunities, just non-stop blessings that you're gonna be overwhelmed. Like, oh my God, like you might even want to hide, okay, for a little bit because you're already getting overwhelmed with how much work you're gonna have to do. You're like, like I can't. Like I need to hide. Okay, you might get scared. Don't get scared. Please don't get scared. Please don't get scared. Okay, take it, go get it. And this could involve moving. Okay, I want you guys to not let anything hold you back. You might be attached to something that you don't want to let go of. Okay, trust in God Creator Divine that if you're meant to be with this person, if you're meant to be with this job, if you're meant to be with this group of friends, if you're meant to be with this family group, God will make a way for that to happen. But you cannot stay behind. You cannot stay behind. This is a blessing that you manifested. And it's going to involve movement. It's going to involve moving. Okay? You're going to have to trust. You're going to have to trust God, Creator Divine, your ancestors. You're going to have to trust your person if you're with a person. Um, And you're going to have to trust that it's all going to come together the way it's supposed to. But you are meant to go after this opportunity. You're supposed to go get it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Look, you're the leader. This is you putting, this is you leading your future. This is passion. There's a bigger dream. There's a bigger goal. Okay? There is a bigger goal that you have to go after, and you're paving the road, you're paving the way. So don't hold back, okay? Please don't hold back. Guys, I'm sweating. It's I should have come out here earlier or later, but I'm sweating. And with me saying I'm sweating, you're gonna be sweating, okay? Because uh, you're gonna be so nervous with this blessing. So nervous. I'm even seeing like your knees shaking, like buckling, like even like a knot in your throat. But I see you also being incredibly emotional because everything you asked for, you couldn't have even dreamt it this big. You couldn't have even dreamt it this big. That's what I'm getting here. Okay? Guys, did you hear the bird like, okay? You have been guided. You have been being guided to this point. Okay? The tower has fallen. Ooh, the tower has fallen. Look, we have the Two of Swords. This is the tower. I'm feeling like well, I just got lightheaded. Um, the bad tower is over, but it pushed you to where you need to go next. Okay, so it's never a bad tower, guys. Okay, I just want to say that right now. Every tower that happens in our life, any ending, any situation that like really shocks us, it's never bad. Yes, it hurts. Yes, endings are never fun, but it's always to push you to keep moving forward, to get you unstuck, to get you uncomfortable. It's like I tell you guys, it's like the universe sees you and you're just like accepting everything that's going on. You just kind of stay there and you're just like, you know what? I'm I'm content. Sure, I would like to live over there, but I'm content. Everything's okay. Everything's like, you're kind of just staying there, not really pursuing dreams or anything. You're just kind of content with life. And you're meant for more, but you still don't do it. Then the universe is gonna do this to you and flick you off the mountain, and that's where you're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. You're like, I'm falling, I'm falling. You're gonna fly. You're gonna grow wings. You're gonna appear a squirrel suit. I don't know. The only way you're gonna know is by getting thrown off the mountain to see what you're gonna do. How are you? Survival. And I don't want to say survival of the fittest, but fucking survival. You get in survival mode and it's like boom, you create fucking magic. Survival mode, you create a fucking project. You create your escape. Okay? Um, and I don't know why I just heard the song from Pocahontas. I don't know why. Let's see why that came up. But colors of the wind, you can paint with all the colors of the wind. How does that song? You think the only people who are people are the people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you learn things you never knew. Okay, I got it. Um, your story, uh, you're getting a platform to tell your story. Again, I said it connects. I said that you were gonna teach people that you can make it out, right? You can make it out of poverty. You can make it out of traumatic childhoods. You can make it out of sex abuse. Um, you could make it out of financial problems. You are gonna get a platform where your story is gonna make many people believe that they can escape poverty. They can escape the poverty lifestyle, that they can make other decisions for a business, for a journey that doesn't have to involve something illegal. Okay? You're going to teach people by the way you thought in your entire journey, your thinking process, and how you. I'm telling you guys, if your story, I can't even say the magnitude of this story, of this movie, of this book, of this. It's everything. It's gonna sell out. It's gonna sell out everywhere. It's going to be the inspiration of a lifetime. It's never going to be an old story. This story is going to be triumphant every time, okay? Um, because it's going to wake up people till the end of time. You're not even, when you're already out of this world in this lifetime, your story is still going to keep doing it over and over and over again. Okay? That's how powerful your story is. That's why you went through so much shit, okay? Because it was gonna be so powerful that it's gonna wake up the masses. It's not just gonna wake up one person. Sometimes you say, well, if you just say the message to one person, then that person says it to somebody else. Yes, yes, the people that knew you, the people that stuck by you, the people that always admired you. Not the haters, right? The haters that are gonna say, "Oh, I knew her, and she used to do this, and she used to." That's okay. You want to hold on to a negative version of me? That's okay. People change. People are sometimes evil before they turn good, before they turn a new leaf, right? But if there's those people that want to hold your character to someone that you used to be in high school when you had no parents and you had no guidance, and since you were a kid, you were made to do certain things, and that's what built you to be this character until you saw different and you changed yourself. People love to just point the finger, right? Um, Again, your story is going to be told, and it's going to wake up multiple people at the same time. It's not just going to be one person, one person, one person. It's going to be multiple. It's going to be like a huge mass, like quickly. It's going to be like poof, it wakes up like a ginormous amount of people. And then after that, it's going to be told by word of mouth. Go watch this movie. You got to read this book. You got to, go watch this Netflix series. Like, you want to get inspired? Go watch this. You want to get inspired? Go watch that. Like, it's going to teach people to, not that you can't complain ever in your life, but man, that person went through all of that, and this is what I'm complaining about. That person went through all of that, and this is what I'm complaining about. And it's gonna make people see life differently, with a different perspective, with a different glass, and it's gonna be so inspiring, so inspiring, so powerful. Okay, um, be real in this story. Okay, remember the point of the story. Okay. In my personal book, guys, I'm making sure, like, I don't want to have. Yes, there's villains in my story. There's villains in my story, but every villain has a story. Every villain had their own personal things going on that made them be a villain in my story. And it's not that I always want to make sure that I'm not like giving, I'm gonna say exactly what happened, but at the same time, I'm gonna also connect with the villain and understand where it came from and why they were like that, and thank them for being the villain in my story, because them being the villain in my story helped me move forward, helped me grow a backbone, helped me learn how to say no, helped me to learn how to speak up, how to have a voice, helped me to learn how to not react. So every villain that has ever happened to me, every villain that has ever been placed in in my life, in my story, on my journey, they've been incredibly beneficial. So thank you, villains in my story, because you served your purpose, and I forgive you, and I hold no anger towards it, and thank you because you pushed me forward. You made me who you made me, like, keep wanting more. You made me wanna not stay where I was at, right? So again, the story for me is gonna be that I want to connect and see the villains as also like a push that I needed, an outside force that I needed to get me to the next part, right? And what I want to say is like one example I want to give is like when I love to get, if there's an insect in my house, I like to get them out of the house. I don't like to squish them or kill them. Like, I don't like to do that. I even if it's a spider, and I don't really like spiders, um, like, I really try to get them out of the house so they could be free in their environment, right? But when you're trying to catch them and you're trying to free them, they don't know you're trying to catch them and free them, right? Like, they think you're trying to kill them, so they're fighting and they're trying to survive and they're trying to escape you. Um, so this is like what life was happening to you. It was like it's trying, like all these things that happened in your life were to guide you where you needed to go, right? It's like when you try to guide that little insect out, you kind of start blocking these areas and you're pushing them to get closer to the exit, right? Because you're trying to run back. You're trying to run to safety. You're trying to run to what you're comfortable with. You're trying to run back to comfort zone. And your spirit's like, no, 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 baby, you already passed that. You already passed that chapter. No, 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 keep going this way, this way, this way. So every door that has closed, okay, if you were applying places and they kept denying you, if you couldn't find a job, is because you were going backwards, not forward. Okay, you already got to this part. You need to go more that way, not more this way. You were thinking going back because I just need something that's solid. That's like it's income that's coming in like right now. It's a paycheck that is gonna come. Universe is like, no, over there. You're thinking small. You're going back. You're going forward, not backwards. Okay, so again, the doors that were closed, the people that didn't want to work with you, the business that didn't hire you, whatever, the relationship partner that didn't think, that didn't want you. It's okay. You're being guided to where you're supposed to go. Okay, there's better over there. Keep going. And again, if it's meant to be on your journey, it'll find you over there. So don't hold on to it. Don't worry about it. Don't hold on to anything, anything. People, place, person. That's, I said people twice. People, place, thing. Don't hold on to it. Let it go and move forward. Okay. I always get. Sorry, guys. Let me drink some water. I'm getting a little. Ah. Oh my God. Guys, stay hydrated. Stay hydrated and rest. Okay. You could be feeling extra tired. Maybe you're feeling like sleeping in. Do it, because you're about to get so busy that you're not going to have time to sleep in or anything. Um, Maybe you don't even have time to eat because you're so busy. And like I said last time, you're not even gonna have time to go take a shit, okay? I'm serious. Like, you have to schedule your poopy time, okay? I go poopy time at 7:30 in the morning. Yes, yes, bitch. Get ready for that type of busy, okay? Like, I'm seeing you, you already know what time you go to the potty, right? Every time. Yes, you're gonna need that Um, you already know what time you go to the potty, right? Every time. Yes, you're gonna need that kind of time management. Your time management is gonna have to be on point every time because you're not, that's how busy you're gonna be in this next chapter that you don't have time to do it. Okay? So right now, if you're feeling that you're like tired, you want to sleep in, do it. If you have the opportunity to be able to do that, do it. Okay, exercise when you have the time. Meditate, don't forget to meditate and breath work, either breath work or meditation, but make sure you put it in your day at least once. Okay, so you can stay grounded and balanced. But get ready because things are gonna move so fast. You're gonna be like how I was right now, like you're gonna be so overwhelmed is the word. Okay, Max, what comes first, the tacos and then the nap, or the nap and then you wake up and you eat tacos? I don't know why for me it's like I eat and I get sleepy. But obviously, like if you get sleepy after a meal, guys, pay attention to that because that there's something in that meal that's too heavy that is probably not healthy. So it's usually bread, um, tortillas, pasta, things that are like that they could just be heavy, right? So there's times when you can eat those types of foods and there's times where you shouldn't, right? You should avoid them. Especially if you want to keep running, if you want to keep having energy, light foods are always the way to go. It gives you more energy. All right, let's keep going with the message. Also another thing that I just it just pulled me back. So the message, you know how I was saying the song from Pocahontas, right? Um, you're also gonna bring light to a certain group of people, okay, that may be seen as animals right now, may be seen as the enemy. Um, you're gonna shed light onto humanity, okay? You're gonna shed light on humanity and this group of people, and you're gonna make people connect with your soul, not with your skin color, not with your accent, not with your outside shell or the body you took form of in this earth, right? You're gonna also be that platform, that story that makes people connect with your soul and make people see that group of people in that way and not with what they look like. Okay. Um, I feel like you're gonna be preventing some sort of like towers, preventing a lot of, I want to say hatred. I was gonna say hatred. Okay. I feel like you're gonna be allowing people. Ooh, this is powerful. Your story and the way you handled it, and the way that you have been such a lover, no matter what has happened in your life. You have had so many things happen that should have made you angry and hate people and hate the world and not trust people and make you like angry. And you've never allowed situations like that make you dark, cold, have hatred, hold resentment. None of it. It's just been your way of thinking that has shown that you're going to show people that you could escape this reality with the way you perceive things, with the way you handle things. Okay. And this is telling me like again, I was talking about the villain in your story, right? And how I still sympathized with the villain in my story, right? I still said, like, I still sympathize with them because every villain has a story of their own. Every villain, um, was your villain because they also had villains, and it's okay. But they also pushed you forward. It also made you be who you are. It also leveled you up because of this villain in your story. So this is what I mean. It's like you're gonna also teach people that when you look at things in a different perspective with a different light, it really propels you forward instead of holds you back, right? Instead of being trapped in this mentality like, oh, people are like this is how the world is, this is the way the world runs, this is the, like, I don't trust nobody, I don't, because you don't think like that, because you just look at a different perspective in any situation that happens in your life, it has moved you to be a better person, to think better, to constantly keep achieving and growing, and has kept you evolving and growing, right? So you having that mindset is going to teach people how to just flip the switch and start thinking differently. And again, I'm going to tell you guys that since I was a kid, I've always told myself somebody has it worse. Somebody has it worse. Somebody has it worse. And let me tell you my worst, okay? So, my worst was, mother abandoned us, it was just me and my brother with my father. Then my father became my abuser, okay? Um, and see, where was I going with this? So and my mother was like really lost in the DRUG world, and so it was just a lot of that type of energy, right? Um, and so every time things would be happening in my life, I always told myself somebody has it worse. Somebody has it worse. Like, and in my situation, how could somebody have it worse, right? Let's say example, that's the what you're thinking, right? At that very moment. In that moment, I was like, well, I'm only made to do these things with my father, but I could be made to do this other thing with my father, right? So it was like there's kids that have to do something worse than what I have to do. You see what I'm saying? And so I always told myself this every time when I was a kid. It was so weird that I had this kind of connection with Source, right? That they always reminded me, it's okay, keep going. Somebody has it worse. It's not that bad. Keep going, keep pushing forward, right? Um, and it was just constant like things like that, that it just keeps you moving and it keeps you being hopeful and it keeps you knowing that there's better coming, that it's not forever, it's not going to last forever. Just keep going, right? Um, and so again, this is how you're going to teach people that they can, if they don't like a certain situation, if they don't like a certain dynamic, they don't gotta keep putting into that. They could, take what they have and they could move forward and they could make something else happen. Like, why does it have to be this story? Why does it have to be this family? Why does it have to be this relationship? Why does it have to be this job? Like, you don't like something, you can move away from it, right? And you could be brave enough to believe that there's a better tomorrow, that there's a better future if you go over there, if you move, right? Did you feel that? The beautiful breeze, as I said, you could move forward and it just like just follow the wind. Hey Jess, just follow the wind. And I'm hearing what is the line from Toy Story where he's like uh something bullseye, Ah, God, I have it at the tip of my tongue. I just can't remember what he says. Um, Bullseye, the horse from Toy Story, right? Welcome in, guys. Um, I chose a different scenery today, and I'm really glad we did because I really enjoy it. I love being outside, guys. It's just I don't have a lot of areas that I can be outside at. Um, but I really love this tree area, and the landlord just trimmed the tree from the bottom. Before it was like you had to cross all these obstacles in it. Hey Nova, welcome in. So he kind of trimmed it, and now it's kind of clear here at the bottom. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grab my little chair from the house and sit out here and see how it goes. I was like, I don't know that this chair is gonna be comfortable, but it's not that bad. It's not bad. So I'm out here. Hey Brandon, Spirit, anything else for this beautiful collective about this beautiful endeavor, this beautiful journey, this beautiful move? Um, Ride like the wind, bullseye. Thank you, Sandra. Yes, ride like the wind, bullseye. Get ready. And look, that was right with the horse, okay? Ride like the wind, bullseye, okay? Look, you're heading straight into your blessings, straight into your commitment, long-term commitment. Okay. And this is not just commitment to your journey, but commitment to your spouse, your business partner, your soul family. Get ready because this next chapter, like I said, you're leaving behind betrayals, sabotaging, backstabbing, drama. You're leaving all that world behind. This next chapter, this next era, there is going to be no more of that. You're finally coming into your soul family. Your, and I mean in everything. The people that are gonna you're gonna hire, the people that work for you, the your person, your husband, your wife, your you know, every person that you encounter in this era is gonna be people that stand by you. I'm gonna stand by you, even if I can't find heaven. I walk through hell with you. Oh, you're not alone, 'cause I'm gonna stand by you. These people are gonna be the people, your solid force. Okay, I even almost said the solid five or what is guys? I don't know why my brain is just like I'm so exhausted. But the big five, the giant five, the fantastic five, fantastic is it fantastic five or fantastic four? I don't know, but you're gonna have five. You're gonna have a fantastic five. Okay, you hear me? You're gonna have a fantastic five, like your main solid five people, but also five different realms, five different areas, right? So work, um, family, your husband, your partner, right? Your friend group, um, your business partners. I don't know if I said that already, but you're gonna have a solid five in whatever it is you are in. Okay? Um, yes, 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 yes. Oh my God, this is beautiful. I'm also you're getting the keys. Okay, this could be a new home and a new vehicle. This could also be keys to an office, keys to keys to the new earth. Oh, keys to the new earth. The keys to your heart. Okay, I'm seeing two people here that are gonna be. You're gonna have each other's key for each other's heart. It only fits one key. Each other's heart. It only fits one key. I'm I'm seeing the keys to your heart. Only this key fits. No other key fits. I'm seeing swans, okay? My swans, you guys know I love swans because swans mate for life. You're gonna have that, okay? And guys, Max even told me this. I didn't know this about swans, but there's not enough female swans. So the male swans that are left behind that don't have a female swan, they get together and kidnap baby swans to raise babies. It's sad, but they're like, okay, that family of swans has six ducklings. Okay, they only need three. I could take three. Or they're like, they have six swans. I'm gonna take one from each, and that way we have six swans too. Okay, but swans are all about unity, right? And and the parents are not gonna notice that there's a swan missing. Okay, they're gonna feed one less duckling, one less swan, and my light just dimmed again. Um, but see that's just to tell you how swans operate, right? Like they are very unit and family. So this is what's coming forward, okay? Um, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a sad beautiful, but beautiful. Okay, like the male swans still find their a partnership and a purpose to raise a family and you know all of that. I also saw the delivery truck. Okay, so there's something being delivered to you. There's something that's literally being brought to your doorstep, being brought to your computer, being brought um, to you, to your phone. Be ready because there's a message, there's some sort of information coming forward that's gonna be the key to this next era, this next chapter. Okay. Again, this is you leaving the old earth. You're leaving the old earth. All right. All right, guys. My phone is gonna die, so I'm gonna end the message there. That was a very beautiful, powerful message. Um, I'm gonna go inside and cool off a bit and maybe go live right again. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll see you guys in a bit. I return any energy that isn't mine. I return it with love and healing. I call my energy back from every person, place, thing, entity, dimension, time, and space. I call it back to me cleansed, re-energized, full of high vibration and full of God's white light. I call it back to me now. Guys, please go follow everything. Everything's on my bio. Go listen to my music. Go visit my shop. All of it. Go visit all of it. Okay. I'll see you guys in a bit. Love you guys.